Hello, lovely viewers, and welcome back to the Bold and the Beautiful News official YouTube channel. The Beautiful and the Brave. Grace's startling deceit revealed, and Liam's amazing recovery. Liam Spencer's slow awakening in the aftermath of the horrific Malibu beach house shooting. Slowly, Liam Spencer is waking up from the depths of oblivion. He is struggling for his life in the hospital's critical care unit after being shot while valiantly defending Steffi Forrester from Luna Noah's homicidal spree. Although Liam's rehabilitation has been difficult and unpredictable, Dr. John Finnegan's life-saving operation to remove the bullet from close to his heart was successful. Liam's loved ones keep a steady eye on him at his bedside as he slowly regains consciousness. Steffi Forrester and Hope Logan have been giving heartfelt speeches in the vain hope that their voices may cut through the fog of his medically induced condition. Bill Spencer is adamant on seeing his son and supporting him at this crucial time, even if the Forrester family is upset with him for his part in Luna's pardon. Thorough assessment of health. The University Hospital medical staff gets ready for a comprehensive health evaluation now that Liam's condition has stabilized. This thorough assessment becomes essential for tracking his recuperation from the gunshot wound, as well as for assessing his general health. The physicians must ascertain if his body can tolerate the strain of his current state and how the trauma has impacted his previously identified brain tumor. The physician who has been managing Liam's treatment, Dr. Grace Buckingham, is adamant about carrying out further examinations and testing. The medical team is surprised by her extraordinary involvement in Liam's condition, especially considering that she is a cardiologist and not a neurologist or oncologist. Grace continues with her treatment plan, saying it's in Liam's best interest, despite the doubts about her participation. Bridget's startling revelation. The return of Dr. Bridget Forrest to Los Angeles turns out to be more important than anybody had thought. She starts to see unsettling discrepancies in Liam's treatment history as she helps with his care and looks over his medical records. Especially when it comes to the drugs Grace has been prescribing, her medical knowledge and new outlook enable her to see trends that others have overlooked. According to Bridget's inquiry, Liam's alleged brain tumor may not have been the only factor contributing to his declining health during the previous several months. Instead of treating any real cancer, the medications Grace has been giving, whose name is on the prescription bottle, seem to be producing symptoms that resemble the course of the disease. The medical staff is shocked by this discovery and begins to understand the consequences of Grace's actions. The reality of Grace's drug regimen. Bridget discovers a dark conspiracy masterminded by Grace Buckingham as she digs more into Liam's medical background. Liam's alleged brain tumor seems to be a hoax, backed up by fabricated medical documents and altered brain images. Liam has been routinely given drugs by Grace that are intended to cause symptoms similar to cancer, fabricating a story about his impending death. According to the research, Grace may be operating under duress or blackmail since she has been under pressure from enigmatic phone calls and texts. She is being controlled by someone who has a lot of power over her, as shown by her unpredictable behavior and ongoing fear whenever her phone calls. This complex deceit may have been motivated by her relationship to her ex-husband, Dr. Reese Buckingham, and his past dubious activities. Addressing Grace's dishonesty. Equipped with indisputable proof, Bridget challenges Grace on her immoral and unlawful actions. Grace first tries to refute the accusations, but ultimately gives in to the pressure of the evidence, making the encounter heated. Everyone caring for Liam is shocked to learn that his fatal prognosis was a complete fabrication. During the encounter, Grace's motive for this complex plan starts to fall apart. It becomes out that she has been collaborating with well-known individuals to influence Liam's health, maybe as a component of a bigger plot involving money or personal grudges. The purpose of the medication she administered was to produce symptoms that were so terrible that Liam and everyone else believed he was dying of an incurable brain tumor. Repercussions and legal ramifications. The repercussions are immediate and terrible once Bridget reveals Grace's dishonest medical practice. Because Grace's activities were illegal, the hospital management starts an inquiry right away, and police enforcement becomes involved. The medical world is rocked by the discovery that a reputable physician has been routinely poisoning a patient in the name of medical care. Grace is charged with many offenses, such as attempted murder, medical fraud, and medical record falsification. Given that the prosecution's case is based on Bridget's medical knowledge, the evidence against her is overwhelming. As detectives try to determine the whole scope of the scheme and find any other accomplices who could have helped coerce Grace into committing these crimes, the conspiracy involves more than simply Grace. After learning the truth about his illness, Liam's path to recovery was finally made public. Liam's recuperation has new significance. He finds a new lease of life after realizing that he was never really dying of cancer. However, he also has to deal with the psychological damage caused by thinking he was dying. Even though it was distressing, the shooting event served as the impetus for revealing Grace's deceit. His loved ones support Leon as his body starts to recover from the gunshot wound and the negative effects of Grace's dangerous drugs. Hope Logan, who had been getting ready for his passing, must now consider the prospect of a future with him. Since Liam's imminent death was no longer the main factor in their hasty engagement, the discovery alters the dynamics of her relationship with Carter Walton. Influence on the Spencer household. When Bill Spencer discovers Grace's deceit, his response is very strong. The knowledge that his kid was never really dying adds to the anguish he has been bearing over Luna's actions and the effects they had on Liam. The Spencer patriarch is severely damaged by the emotional roller coaster of almost losing Liam to a gunshot wound and what he thought was cancer only to find out it was all a deception. As they come to terms with this truth, the dynamics of the family drastically change. Liam's prognosis is far better than anybody had anticipated, which relieves Stacey Forrester, who has been struggling with her own guilt about the shooting event. His connection with his daughters, Kelly and Beth, is also affected by the discovery, as they may now anticipate their father's presence in their lives for years to come. Justice was done. One of the most complex medical scams in recent history came to an end with Grace Buckingham's arrest and subsequent incarceration. Her misdeeds, which include manipulating test findings, fabricating medical records, and methodically poisoning her patient, are fully exposed by the court processes. The story serves as a warning regarding the potential for abuse of the confidence that people put in medical personnel. Liam and his family find closure in the conviction, but it will take time for the psychological wounds caused by this experience to heal. Counseling and assistance are important to face the extra layer of pain caused by realizing that months of agony and death preparation were completely needless. We will then go further into the engrossing drama surrounding Luna Noah and the enigmatic appearance of a new character on The Bold and the Beautiful that is connected to her narrative. Following a series of startling disclosures and enigmatic clues in recent episodes, fans of the long-running soap drama have been teeming with expectation and conjecture. This plot line promises to keep viewers riveted to their screens with hints of deceit, secret identities, and emotional agony. Let's investigate fan hypotheses, peel back the layers of mystery, and envision the exciting possibilities that lie ahead in the glitzy but dangerous world of Los Angeles elite. A devastating announcement or a cunning trick. After Penelope received heartbreaking news from Dr. Lee Finnegan in the most recent episodes of The Bold and the Beautiful, viewers were left in shock. Poppy is aware that her cherished daughter Luna did not make it through a life-threatening operation. Poppy's world seemed to crumble before her eyes, and the moment was tense with unadulterated movement. Fans of Sharpie, however, doubt that Lee's heartfelt declaration is genuine. Is it possible that an experienced medical practitioner is fabricating a story to shield someone close to something that has special meaning for her? When actress Katherine Kelly Lang, who portrays Brooke Logan, posted an interesting preview of a screenplay for a forthcoming September episode, this suspicion was further stoked. The names Luna and an enigmatic new character, Rana, were prominently displayed on the cover of the screenplay. Despite Lee's sobering report, this intriguing detail implies that Luna's narrative is far from done. Does this imply that Luna's purported demise is really a front for a more complex and extensive scheme? The idea that Lee could be hiding the truth becomes more compelling as viewers examine every element. What possible reasons may Lee have for putting up such a complex front if Luna is still alive? Lee, who is renowned for her intense devotion to her family, could be protecting Luna from serious repercussions related to her recent behavior. The ramifications are astounding. Plan a fictitious death to shield Luna from legal action, or is there a more sinister secret at work? As we consider if Luna's survival will come at the expense of other people's trust and sanity, the enigma becomes more complex. The twin idea is a reimagining of a traditional soap drama. The idea that Luna has a hidden twin sister is among the most widely held fan theories in the B&B community. The dramatic potential of twin storylines, in which identical twins often switch locations, take on one another's lives, or get embroiled in false identities, has long been a staple of soap operas. If Luna's twin, who was previously unknown to even her closest family members, becomes the center of attention at this crucial moment, just think of the mayhem. The stolen script's new character, Rana, may be an exact replica of Luna, down to the tiniest facial expressions and body language. Her abrupt move to Los Angeles might be the last narrative twist, giving Luna an opportunity to avoid being held responsible for her violent actions, which included a startling shooting spree that left onlookers in disbelief. The authors might examine a wide range of moral and emotional conundrums if Rana is, in fact, Luna's twin. Did Rana grow up away from Luna, and was she not aware of her sister's presence until recently? Or was Lee involved in the twins' separation at birth? Maybe to shield a person from a harmful family tradition. The dual plot thread provides a rich canvas for examining issues of identity, atonement, and treachery, and the options are almost limitless. Fans are already picturing scenarios in which Rana, naive and oblivious to Luna's terrible history, is confused for her disturbed sister, resulting in heartbreaking encounters and miscommunications. A new beginning or a cover story. On the other hand, Rana may not even be a twin, but rather a meticulously manufactured persona created by Lee in order to offer Luna another opportunity. Imagine this. Ever the protective mother figure, Lee pulls out a complex plan to pretend that Luna has died and takes her from a hospital in a secret safe home on the outskirts of Los Angeles during the night. Lee could be helping Luna recover from her illness while avoiding inquisitive eyes and any legal repercussions. In the meanwhile, Luna uses Logan Circlus as a handy mask to change her identity and avoid punishment, and Rana appears as a purported newbie to the Forester. According to this idea, Lee is both a brilliant manipulator and a savior, risking her own reputation to rescue her grandchild. Imagine the strain as Lee tries to conceal her secret while putting on a calm public front. Unspoken guilt would permeate every encounter with Poppy, who is grieving the death of her daughter. And what happens if Luna, who is now living as Rana, starts to feel the strain of her new persona? Was she angry with Lee for making her go into hiding? Or would she welcome the chance to change her story? By exploring the psychological effects of living a lie, this storyline would deepen Luna's already nuanced persona. Shockwaves, Rana's competitor, across Los Angeles. Imagine the moment when Sheila Carter, Luna's grandmother, first sees Rana. Her arrival on the scene is sure to send shockwaves through the close-knit world of the brave and the beautiful, regardless of whether she is a twin or Luna in disguise. Kyver's features, including the curve of her grin and the shape of her eyes, are similar to Luna's. Sheila, a figure well known for her own cunning, may experience a mixture of happiness and mistrust. Is this her grandchild who has come back from the dead? Or is she being cruelly tricked by someone? Seeing Rana would probably make Steffi Forrester, who has already seen Luna's fury, respond in utter horror. Since Steffi thinks Luna is dead, she may start to doubt her own sanity when memories of previous threats come flooding back. Every look at Rana may evoke terror and anxiety, like a phantom from her dreams. Will Steffi face this doppelganger, or will she believe she is having hallucinations and withdraw into denial? The discovery may cause her husband Finn to suffer even more. Finn, who is Lee's son, has a great deal of faith in his mother's moral character. Lee's whole perspective would be upended by the notion that he might fabricate a story about something as significant as Luna's death. It could take indisputable evidence, or perhaps a mistake on the part of Lee herself, before Finn comes to terms with the agonizing fact that his mother planned a cover-up to shield Luna. The dilemma of mental health. Is Lee able to mend the broken? A crucial question hangs over the plot as the drama develops. Can Lee help Luna or Rana with their serious mental health problems? Luna's recent behavior, such as her violent outbursts, points to underlying psychological and emotional issues. If Rana is indeed Luna in disguise, these problems won't go away just because she has a new name. As a medical professional, Lee may think she can help Luna get well, but there are many obstacles in the way. The strategy may include counseling, medicine, and a nurturing setting. However, what if Luna objects, tormented by regret or bitterness for her previous actions? Ra's own mental condition is called into question whether she is a distinct individual. Are her weaknesses the same as Luna's? The authors might examine Rana's struggles of being thrown into a hostile and suspicious environment owing to her likeness to Luna, either as a result of shared genes or a terrible childhood. A complex issue that puts Lee's willpower to the test might arise from her struggle between comprehending the suffering of one grandchild and protecting another. As they negotiate their relationships with RA, the larger B&B ensemble would also be sucked into this emotional whirlpool and compelled to face their own prejudices and anxieties. A plot with plenty of promise. Ra's arrival, whether as a twin or a reimagined Luna, is expected to give the brave and the beautiful new life. Mistaken identities, family secrets, and the conflict between loyalty and truth are all hallmarks of a traditional soap opera storyline. As viewers, we can anticipate compelling conflicts, surprising alliances, and heartbreaking moments that highlight the nuanced humanity hidden underneath each character's deeds. Will Lee's risk pay off, or will her deceit come back to haunt her? Will Luna's legacy always overshadow Rana, or can she find her own place in this world? As we continue to follow every development in this captivating story, keep an eye on the BNB Spoilers channel. With Rana's arrival ready to disrupt everything and Luna's destiny hanging in the balance, Los Angeles citizens are prepared for an emotional roller coaster. How do you feel about this mystery? Do you think Rana is a disguise, a twin, or something else? Let's continue the discussion by exchanging theories in the comments section below.